Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, May 20th. Welcome to Off the Ledge. I have my, what I consider patriotic things here. I hope you're having a good day so far. It's a little noisy in the background. There are a few things to go over for Off the Ledge. We're going to read from Ernest Holmes and also listen to Kathy Beale's forecast for today. Sun goes into Gemini this afternoon. Happy birthday, Geminis. And we're in an interesting place in the United States, aren't we? A couple of things I have decided just this morning is that I am going to read a list of the Biden administration's 4-year accomplishments. And I'm going to have to break it up into segments of about 12 to 15 minutes apiece. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through them, but it's a long list. After that, not today, but sort of bit by bit, I'll be recording videos of reading the Constitution of the United States. Just so, you all have a place where you can go to hear the truth and to be fully aware of what this fascist regime that's attempting to take over our nation entirely, which means through and through, suffering. We're seeing it already. I'm gonna read you those things, and I invite you to share once they're up there and to just go over them and over them. This country has been through lots and lots and lots of really tough things before. This country is going through a tough thing. And just like I have to be louder than the trucks going by behind me, we have to be louder and more emphatic and more just pummeling the airwaves and talking to everybody that we know, more committed to that, because democracy is worth it and freedom is worth it, and freedom is not and never has been free. And when people don't defend freedom, authoritarians take over. That's all they need, is for the people to not defend their human rights and their human freedoms. That's all they need, is people to take their eye off the ball and go, oh, I'm kind of busy, right? Just saying. We're all guilty of not doing enough, myself included. Ernest Holmes today. Anyway, so look for that. I'm going to record the videos of the list of Joe Biden's accomplishments right after this, and I'll pre-record it and I'll upload. I delight to do thy will, O my God, yea, thy law is within my heart. Ernest Holmes likes the book of Psalms. He's got lines from the book of Psalms lately. We know that the perfect life of the Spirit is our life, and we now permit it to radiate through our world of thought and action, to express in our physical form. Because our whole beings are this perfect God life, we have nothing to fear. Every person we meet recognizes the perfect being that is our true self, recognizes love and peace and wisdom and courage in us. Each person we contact feels our common bond, knows that we are part of the perfect whole, the harmonious centers of consciousness and the great unity of life, and so has faith in us. No one could wish to harm or hurt us in any way. We too can know only love and understanding for our fellow beings. We are truly interested in each one we meet, interested in their hopes, their aspirations, and helpful to them. We know, because we are God life, God in expression, that every circumstance we find ourselves in is right for us. Through our consciousness of love, which is the very essence of God life, we transform any seeming imperfection to the perfect idea of our true selves. God knows us only as a perfect idea, and that perfection we now manifest. And so it is. Let's think of that in relation to our democracy. All right. I notice I only listen to a couple other people on YouTube, generally. And lately I've noticed, and I've noticed this before, that there's a certain message that comes through occasionally and sometimes frequently that is the same message. And the message that I keep getting myself and hearing from others is that we can change what's going on in our country through our intentionality. So the guides told me this morning that every time we see bad news and we see something extremely infuriating, and you don't have to look very far, you recognize that you're seeing something extremely infuriating, and you use that energy to visualize Kamala Harris in the White House and visualize America getting back on track and recovering and healing all that we can, and healing all the damage that we can. We've done this kind of thing before. We can do it again. Let's listen to Kathy, shall we? So, I've noticed a pattern for me to be doing more videos rather than less on a regular basis, so you can count on me for that. Let's see. And I'll do a pop-up also, pop-up PNN. Let's see. Today is the 20th already. Okay.
This is Kathy Beal of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for May 20th, 2025. Today has a kind of I'm over it feel, but not necessarily in a put out, irritated way, simply a done, moving on. Look for opportunities to take control over what you can take control over. In fact, you may even wake up with a sense of, oops, there's something I got to deal with. Deal with it or not, by later in the day, everybody has ants in their pants. It's impossible to sit still. Let your curiosity go all over the place, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's all for now.
Yeah, and I could say about what she just said that we're over this this criminal administration. We're over it. We are rising up big time. Okay, let's take a look at some cards. So think about whenever you get upset, just think, I'm changing this with my mind. And when we do that collectively, it makes a big difference. Don't think that nothing's happening behind the scenes to rectify the situation. And that includes on the spirit realm. Don't think that behind the scenes in the spiritual realm there's nothing going on to help to remedy this. We just have to align with it. That's all. All right. I really look forward to reading the list of Joe Biden's accomplishments over the past 4 years, because the mainstream media kept it a big fat secret and just bashed the hell out of him. Don't think that didn't contribute to this diagnosis, because it did. Stress has a very damaging, toxic effect on the system, and they stuck it to Biden the whole entire 4 years. They were cruel. The more good he did, the more they'd stick the knife in and twist it and go after his family and spew lies. I mean, really, even to the point of, I don't even want to talk about some of the things that I heard from Trumpsters about Joe Biden that was like, whoa, I think you got the wrong guy. 3 cards. We're turning this around. We are turning this around. 3 cards to guide us through the day. Thank you so much for being here. Please consider becoming a member. It gives you access to all the members-only videos, and the members-only videos are classes that I'm teaching. The first 2 have been my own material that I've written. The next will be how to be more psychic, or how to be psychic. So that's coming up. And when you're a member, you also get invited to a psychic party the last Saturday night of the month. It's a lot of fun always. Okay, so I was just talking about healing. It's through our fighting that we have healing. And what we're going to fight against is the oligarchs stealing all of our money. I feel like I really have to emphasize that the past couple of days. They're stealing our money. It's as if they came, broke into our house, and took everything that was valuable and precious to us. They're stealing our money. They're trying to take it all, every last penny. And we have to fight in order to heal. But the thing about the healing part is we actually heal by reaching out to one another. We actually change the trajectory of where we're going as a country by reaching out to one another. And that means opening up our mouths and speaking and talking and having conversations and going to town hall or city hall meetings and getting maybe writing letters to your newspaper. That's the healing comes through us reaching out to one another. It doesn't have to be obnoxious or inappropriate. Just a little smile. Just a little nod and acknowledgement sometimes makes all the difference. It causes people to feel like they're not all alone. There were a couple of incidents that happened that I've mentioned a couple times in my general area where I live, and one was like 3 women drove off the pier into the harbor. It's like Thelma and Louise. I don't know. We still don't know what happened there. And yesterday there was a woman completely, I thought she was dead, passed out on the side of my building. And it made me very concerned about how discombobulated and disconnected that we are. And I've been praying for those women. They were all 4 women in their 60s. Not that that's relevant, but I thought it was kind of relevant. Symbolic. We've lost our way, but we find our way back by reaching out to one another and stopping behaving like we are all islands unto ourselves, because it's united that we stand, and divided. And that means divided, people that are for democracy and for human rights. We need to not be divided. We need to unite. Really important. Okay, so I'll see you really soon with a couple more videos. Probably within the next hour or two, it'll be uploaded. The first couple of videos where I'm reading, I looked them up, the accomplishments, the achievements of the Biden administration over the past 4 years that you did not hear about because mainstream media never covered it. All right. They did it. They did, and they're continuing to do a huge disservice. So we'll see you soon. Namaste. Please book a reading, psychicannetdion.com. Bye.